problems that were exacerbated by COVID existed before COVID.
It really gave a platform for all of these inequalities to become very visible.
What we saw during that period was increased isolation, increased disconnection from culture and community, increased isolation for folks living in rural and remote communities, increased isolation for folks who are unhoused or folks who struggle with substance use dependency. The legacy of colonial capitalism has always disproportionately impacted Indigenous peoples in so-called Canada. So the work that the Métis Nation British Columbia aims to do is to uplift our 98,000 and growing citizens in BC through a wide variety of programs. So the Kuwitji mental health program, which we're operating today, that word is a significant Métis cultural teaching. And Kuwitji means we take care of each other. And so this program works to mobilize and harness the resiliency, strength, and wisdom that already exists within Métis communities by bringing suicide prevention trainings to every region across BC.
So there's 3 elements of our project. The first being a mental health gathering where individuals from all over BC, Métis individuals, will come and gather over a weekend to celebrate culture, as well as participate in mental health programming, workshops, and courses. The second element of our project is partnering with Living Works to have 19,000 Métis individuals throughout British Columbia trained in 3 different lengths of suicide prevention training. So the first workshop that we'll be putting out is START, which is an online 90-minute workshop which is an introduction to suicide prevention and how to connect somebody who's experiencing thoughts of suicide to support. The second is called Safe Talk, and it is a 4-hour in-person course that will be taught by 15 Métis facilitators. Then the third workshop that we have is a 2-day assist workshop, which will be put on by Living Works facilitators in and around communities throughout British Columbia.
To guide all of our work, we have had a call out in our communities for a circle called Community Life Promotion Circle, which involves community members from all over the province to come together and give guidance to our work with Living Works and suicide prevention.
Well, our Community Life Promotion Circle, or CLPC, is an advisory panel of folks as young as 16 and as old as in their late 70s, and all with a different knowledge base and unique gifts and talents around Métis ways of knowing and being. So it's not the 4 of us who are unilaterally deciding what needs to go into this program. It is being informed by Métis communities since its inception until its very end as well.
I think it is very important to speak on how very impactful it is for Métis citizens to be able to see their culture represented in this work, and we definitely saw the need for that over the COVID-19 pandemic, because that is very much the connecting factor, and everything behind our culture is connection and the ability to take care of one another and to be there for one another.
And that connects us perfectly back to the title of the work that we're doing. Since taking care of one another, Kuwitji is such an important Métis cultural teaching. Having opportunities to gather, having opportunities to share stories, having opportunities to share a meal, and break some of the stigma down around suicidal ideation, around contemplating suicide, around grief and loss and bereavement, and all the complexities of surviving under colonial capitalism. When we give Métis communities the opportunity to gather and share that knowledge multiplies, and our network of safety increases as well.